We are just one day out from Schoolboy versus Ryan Bowen at King of the Table, and I'm very excited about this match because I think the results are going to be pretty difficult to predict. I think that Ryan Bowen's level is very unknown right now, and Schoolboy probably has given us a little bit more material to predict what kind of level he's at the moment, but it's still going to be pretty difficult to compare that to Ryan. And in arm wrestling, to me, the unknown is often the very most exciting parts. Now, obviously, the most recent example we have for trying to determine Schoolboy's level would be against Leonidas at East versus West, and obviously Schoolboy did end up losing 3-1 in this match. And initially, I thought this was not looking good for Schoolboy in terms of his resume, but then I started to realize how strong Leonidas is, and I think that Leonidas is actually going to pull in a somewhat similar lane as Ryan Bowen will pull. Ryan Bowen and Leonidas both have a very open style top roll, at least as of late, and they both are willing to go fully into the King's move if they need to. However, I do think that Leonidas is probably quite a bit stronger. We saw that Leonidas was able to manage 75 kilograms on the Devon Larratt style pronation lift, and he maintained pretty good form during that. Now, Ryan Bowen has also been doing some pretty solid pronation lifts lately. His pronation lifts are a little bit different than those of Devon Larratt, but they still seem very, very impressive to me overall. But they do appear to be around 10 kilograms or so lighter than the ones that Leonidas is doing, and probably the form is not quite as strict. So I have a feeling that Leonidas is a little bit stronger in this open top row lane. However, Ryan probably has a little bit more developed technique as well, and his endurance very well may be better. So I think this match is basically going to come down to two things. Firstly, is Ryan going to be able to get a stop through his King's move? And then if he is able to do this before 4 rounds occur, is Schoolboy going to be able to transition to that flop press and get the pin in this lane? We saw that Schoolboy attempted to flop press versus Leonidas, and he was actually able to flop press through Leonidas in round 2. But after this, he was no longer able to flop press as it looked like he gassed out a little bit and Leonidas made some adjustments. One thing that I did notice in that match though is that Schoolboy's wrist seemed to be going right off the bat, and I have a feeling that Ryan is going to be able to get that wrist to crack back at some point during this match. So I think it will likely be Schoolboy's flop press versus Ryan Bowen's King's move, and I really have no clue who's going to win at that point. I probably have to give the slight on-paper favorite edge to Schoolboy just because he's Schoolboy, but I also would not be surprised if Ryan figures out a way to win this match. The most difficult part for him will be slowly grinding the match back through center table, because if he does get a stop, it's going to be on the B side of the table in all likelihood. But overall, I'd love to see either guy win this match, and I'm just hoping for an all-out war. Let me know in the comments who you guys think will take this one, as we are just one day out.